Hey guys, how you guys are doing? Is you guys are doing? Cause I've had a better day. So yesterday I went to the gym. I kicked some major ass. I had a great time. It was awesome. Today is a cold, wet, rainy, gloomy day outside, and I'm hurting. Every joint in my body is telling me that I got the arthritis. I have severe osteoarthritis. I have severe issues with my joints. Most of you who've been on this channel for a hot minute already know that about me. Normally with my chronic pain, I just suck it up, buttercup, and I get shit done anyway, because life doesn't stop because you don't feel good. So that's my motto, is that my life, if I choose to actually want to live it, I can't sit around and do nothing, because then I'm just wasting time. And I wasted 30 some odd years of my life sitting in a wheelchair and being miserable and being gigantically fat. And now that I'm not like that anymore, I choose life. I choose to, do as much as I can, and with what I'm able to, and I'm happy. For the most part, I'm happy. The stuff that I can achieve at the gym, I absolutely do. And I've been kicking some major ass and building some muscle and feeling really good about myself while still losing weight. But today is one of those days where almost every part of my body is just screaming its head off. I'm just not having it. It has nothing to do with the gym. If I didn't make one move out of this bed in the last month, had today just been today, I'd still be in pain. I have a pain clinic. I have pain medicine. I have PT. I do all kinds of stuff to help myself. And today is just one of those days where I'm fucking miserable and I'm hurting. And I was supposed to have therapy with Evelyn today, and it ain't happening. And she knows that if I'm not up and around and I'm not doing something, something is wrong with me. So when she called me to see if I was coming to therapy, and I said, no, baby, I think I'm going to stay home today, she's like, you're hurting, aren't you? And I said, yeah. Matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly what she said. Because my wife knows me really, really fucking well. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I said, I think I'm going to stay home today, my little lover pie. And she goes, why, what's the matter, baby lover? And I said, she goes, not feeling good, weather hurting your little joints? Yeah. And then she's like, I agree, you need to stay home. And then she said that, and then we talked about the washing machine, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And then she goes, just go ahead and sleep or try to rest a little longer. And she said, and I'll come cuddle you when I come home and make it all better. Because my baby loves me. So I wanted to show you guys something else. Now, let me tell you about sous vide first. So I've talked about sous vide a little bit. Yes, I know I need my nails filled. It's expensive here, so I ain't got it done, because that shit's expensive. And I don't know what I got all over my face. Golly. Day's been rough. The day's been fucking rough. So sous vide means that you put something in a water bath, and it will actually cook it in a water bath at a specific temperature and hold that temperature throughout. So you can put something in there for days and it will hold that temperature. It will not go bad, it will not undercook it, and it will not overcook it. That's why sous vide is amazing. So if you saw my last video, not my last, but my last haul video, you will see that. I swear to God, I should definitely look in the mirror before I get on here, because I'm telling you, I got shit everywhere on my face, sitting here on my side drooling on myself. Lord help me. So if you saw my last haul, which I believe was on the 1st, I can't remember. Maybe it was the middle of October. I bought these sirloin steaks family pack And, you know, being able to sous vide means that you can make things really, really, really tender by cooking them a little longer. So the first, you know, I vacuum packed all of them. I seasoned them all. I vacuum packed them, and then I put them in the freezer for when I was ready. So I took them out, one pack out, cooked it for like 3 hours is what it suggests on the thing. But this cut of meat takes a lot longer, so 3 hours wasn't enough. We tried to eat that when it was too gristly, it was too hard. So then we tried another time, we cooked it just a little bit longer. Again, the cut of meat was just too tough. So this time, I kept it in there for a day and a half. So it had been cooking for a day and a half, and I was going to leave it up to 2 days, but I looked through the little container that you keep it in, and I was like, you know what, I'll just try one. So I pulled one out, and you know, I opened the bag that I have it in, and then you know, I took it out, and literally I could just pull it apart. I could just absolutely pull it apart. It was perfect. There's not a lot of fat on the sirloins, so I actually added olive oil, or I added grapeseed oil with the marinade that I put in there. You can marinate them. You know, I use Montreal steak seasoning on them. I use Dale's seasoning on them. You can marinate. This is good for steak, fish, chicken. You know, you can make mashed potatoes. Like, you can literally put all your food in a vacuum bag or whatever, put it in there, let it cook all day long, and when you come home, it's done. And it never overcooks it, and it's not undercooked. Like, sous videing is amazing. So anyway, I kept that shit in there for like 2 days, a day and a half, and then today I finally opened it up, and there we go. Wait. Took a picture for Evelyn. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It is perfectly medium rare for me. Well, technically that's more rare than, but it is cooked. And then I put cheese on it, and then I ate it like that. But sorry for anybody who is vegan that just upsetted. I'm sorry, but my distal doesn't allow me to be picky when it comes to meat. So yeah, that so I cooked all of them like that. So I've actually got like 4 more bags of it sitting out on the counter that I will put in the fridge and eat on those for the next 2 or 3 days. So that'll be my meals, because that's what my distal likes. My distal likes red meat. I made Evelyn hurt so bad today. I made Evelyn a big gigantic pot of chili, and it makes my description area very angry. It makes stuff like that does not agree with my distal. My distal does not like it. There's just too much acid. There's just whatever it is. My distal does not appreciate chili. So I need to make my own, where I don't put beans in it, where I don't, where I actually blend up the onions and the tomatoes and, you know, the peppers and anything like that. If I'm going to eat something, I have to make sure that it is like almost complete, how can I fucking put it? Almost completely mushy, vegetable wise, or I have an issue with it in the description box later on that next morning. If you watched my last video, we talked about the issues I have back there. I won't reiterate. You can watch that video if you want to. If you have issues and stuff like that, I give you some pointers and some tips. And yeah, so yeah. Yuki, for those of you who care, is doing just fine. She's just perfectly fine. My mother-in-law's taking care of her. She's doing good. You know, you would never know anything's wrong with her. She's my Yuki Dookie, and I can't wait to get back to her and give her some loving. So hopefully, I get a lot of questions about this. When is Evelyn leaving South Korea? We don't know. I will not know for a while, guys. I don't know where we're going to get stationed. That's not up to us. That's not up to even anybody in South Korea. It has to go to Big Blue, Big Air Force, for them to get all that stuff up and ready. So it's not as easy as just like, hey, you know, we're done here, we want to leave. So it doesn't quite work that way. I don't know. I really, really don't. It could be months. It could be in December. It could be January. We don't know. I do know that I have to leave in December. I absolutely have to leave in December. There's no choice about it. I have to go back for blood tests. I have to go back for them to look at my arms. I have to go back to make sure all my vitamin levels and stuff are good. And if you guys can see, they're starting to get a little bit better. Not completely, but you know, my bruising has started to go away. You know, it comes and goes. So you just do the best with what you can, and I do the best I can. And I'm still happy. I'm still excited. The moon madness is finally over, so I do feel better mentally. Yesterday I was a hot mess. Girl, I cried for hours. I cried for hours yesterday. Golly, why am I drooling? I cried for hours. So yesterday I walked to the gate, okay? Once I walked to the gate, they took me to the gym. I went to the gym. I worked out at the gym for about an hour and a half, did all the fun stuff that I like to do. And then I walked to the BX. When I walked to the BX, I realized, no, wait, hold on, hold on. No, I had to get a new rations paper yesterday. And I had to get a new, I had to get a new rations paper, so I had to walk to the gate. They took me to the MPF. I got a brand new card. Then we had to go over to, we walked over to Pass an ID, and I got a new rations card, which means that I'm able to buy groceries. Then I walked from there to the gym. Once I walked there to the gym, which is a hot skip and a jump, I went and did my gym workout. After I was done with my gym workout, I walked back to the BX. When I walked over to the BX, I had some lunch, which was, horse shit. I had some Taco Bell, which is, the meat and cheese. And then I decided that I was going to walk to the commissary. So I walked my ass all the way to the commissary. And then had I not had too much stuff, had I not picked up some milk and stuff, I would have just thrown it all in my backpack and walked home. So I walked, and then I caught a cab home. So I only had to get, a cab twice yesterday. Which normally, had Evelyn been with me, I would have taken like 4 or 5 damn cabs yesterday, because she doesn't like me having to go anywhere or do anything. She, I'm a delicate flower. She underestimates me an awful fucking lot. And I know it's because she's so used to taking care of me, and it's not that I don't appreciate it, but it also makes me feel like I can't achieve things. Don't cry, Nirvana. Don't cry. Get back in there. I don't like being underestimated. And, I know that I have chronic pain. I know that I have problems with my hip. I know that I have degenerative disc disease. I know that I have problems. Like, my arms need to be fixed. I have a ridiculous amount of skin. I know that I have problems. But don't underestimate me, because I will, and always will, no matter what, prove you fucking wrong. Because that's what I live for. I live to prove people wrong. Like, that's what I do. You know what? I've lived my entire life with people telling me I can't do things, that it's impossible, that there's no way I'd ever get out of my wheelchair, there's no way I'd ever find anybody who'd love me, there's no way I'd ever lose all of my weight. Well, I proved them fucking wrong. There was no way I'd ever be able to do a sit-up, on a plank, and I could never lift weights. Watch me. If I want it bad enough, I get it. That is the one thing I can give myself a little pat in the old back meats back there, is that I will not give up. I won't give up unless it is absolutely a super endangerment to me. I will I will prove you wrong. Like, one way or another, I will figure out a way to do it. That's just how I do things. I like to find new ways to do things that people think you can't. And that's just how I roll. Like, if you tell me no, I'll figure a way to do it. One way or the other, I get what I want. That's just I guess the Sagittarius in me. Like, one way or the other, I will figure out a way to get what the hell I want. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be on your schedule. It might not be the day I want it. But eventually, my ass will get what I want. And I have always found a way to get what I want. Within reason, like $1 million or something stupid. Like, I'll find a way to do something. Especially health-wise. Like, I will figure out a way to build muscle. I'll figure out a way to be able to walk and do stuff without a cane. I figured a way to do, I figure a way. Where there is will, baby, there is a way. Like I said, it might be at a snail's pace, but you can do shit you think that's impossible. It just might not be the way you envisioned it. But you can do stuff. It just, again, it may not be me doing a triathlon. I'll probably never ever be able to do that. Or a Tough Mudder. I'll probably never ever get to have those. But you know what? There are other things I can do. There are a ton of other things I can do that make me feel just as good. And you know what? If I really, really want to fucking do a Tough Mudder, I'll walk that sumbitch. I will build a team of people who will help me through that. Don't think I won't. Like, wherever I happen to end up, if I want something that bad, I will figure out a way to do it. And I want to do a Tough Mudder one day. I want to get healthy enough and build enough muscle to where, I can climb up things. I can jump over stuff. And if I'm the last person who crosses that fucking finish line, or let me just put it this way, if I have to be carried over that sucker, well, you know what? I still tried. I still did my best, and I won't be defeated that way. It won't make me feel any worse. It didn't. When I did my first 5K, the Color Run with Megan, it took me like an hour and a half, and my feet were blistered, and my back hurt, but I didn't sit down not a damn once. Had I sat down, not one single solitary time, and there'd never been a time I had walked that long. Never. I had never walked 3.5 miles in my damn life. But I had decided that that's what I wanted. I wanted to do it. I put my mind to it, and you know what? I even jogged some of that sucker. And it felt great. So even if I was the very last person, even if they had torn down everything on the course and everybody else had gone home and I slugged my ass to the very last moment and Evelyn or whoever was with me, took a picture at the very end of it, I'd be just as happy as if I was first place. That's just how I feel about things. Like, I don't let little things like that stop me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Life is way too short to be scared to go have fun, and way too short for me to just sit in bed all day long and just, well, it'll hurt more if I get out, and it's definitely going to hurt me more if I do this, and I'm going to feel bad tomorrow if I go and do that. Well, you know what? Yeah, I probably will feel bad, but you know what? I'll feel damn good about myself because at least I tried. And if I fail, well, I'll try again later. I'll try again the next day, and maybe the next day, and maybe the week from then, and maybe 2 weeks from then, and maybe a fucking month from then. If I can't do something today, by God, and I want it bad enough, I'll try it again the next week, and the next week, and eventually I will get what I want done. Eventually. There is a hill here. The gradient is ridiculous. I have no idea what the hell, who makes these roads in this place, but the damn gradient, I'm telling you, like, it might as well be like this. So, like, the gradient is like ridiculous. It's almost, I can't. Like, my brain is just like, I feel like you need, Hello. I feel like, not that anyone could see anything, because I'd have to be like 6 more inches down, but I still felt like, I feel like you need to have like one of those ladders that you hold on to as you rappel down this fucking steep ass hill. And there's a Korean grocery store I want to go to. I'm intimidated by this hill because you have to go down it, number one, and then you have to go up it, and there's no way around it. There's zero way around this fucking place. So it doesn't matter if I went this way. I have no choice but to go down this hill. I will do this if it kills me, and it might, but eventually I will get down that hill. I'm intimidated, and it scares me, and I'm worried I'll fall, but you know what? I'll bring Evelyn with me, and Evelyn knows that, you know, if we have to go slow, I'll bring my cane with me, because I brought it with me just in case. And I'll bring that and brace myself. I've got my ankle braces, you know, I've got things in place. I just have to be careful with myself. Like I'm not a daredevil. Like when I say that I try these things and I get what I want, like I don't do it in a reckless way. I just have to do things in a different way. But I will get down that hill. Like, even if I have to sit on my ass and scoot down it, I will get down that hill. And I'll videotape that sucker. And I'll get back up it. I think it's probably going to be a lot easier for me to get up it than it is down. Just because of the way my hip is. Getting up, you know, seems a lot easier than getting down it. Down is the problem for me. That's what scares me the most. Going up, like, I could take my time. But going down, I have to kind of scoot. You know how you take a step and that's what scares me. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here because I love you to pieces, and I was gonna make a live video, but I'm just not feeling it. So I thought I'd come on and talk about, you know, just how I deal with things, especially when I don't feel good. Sometimes I actually don't do anything. Today is one of those days I'm listening to my body, and it is telling me not to go anywhere and do anything. It's telling me to stay my ass in bed. And I'm taking off the weekend to spend with Evelyn as always. We don't go and do anything. We pretty much just sit here and snuggle and have a good time. And we are going to plan to go to, I told you guys, Dick Island probably in November. It is starting to get a little colder here, but we've had too many bills and stuff like that to go exploring. We have not been out of the area at all. So I love your beautiful, gorgeous, amazing faces. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day wherever the hell you happen to be in the world. And I'm itchy now. And I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon. Mwah. Bye.